Empaths. I want to start with no weapon formed against you shall prosper. I heard that right before I started this video. And also, the classical composer Vivaldi has been in the field. I keep hearing Vivaldi's music everywhere. And so, I don't know, maybe you want to listen to some classical music. I don't know if that's your genre of choice, but another term, there's my cat, another phrase that came in after hearing Vivaldi recently. Like I've been hearing Vivaldi for the last few days and even today, and then I heard complex concepts revealed through classical music. That was what I heard. So I don't know, there might be a message there for somebody in our empath crew. Maybe classical music is going to help you. I know there's been studies done on how classical music helps us retain information. My grandmother listened to classical music, and she took me to a classical concert in Vienna, Austria, when I was younger. And so I loved classical music because my grandma played it a lot. And I remember in high school, it's interesting, two things I did. I'm totally digressing, but bear with me. I used to listen to classical music before I had to take exams. And when I did that, I would always pass with A's. And I also used blue ink to take notes in class. You know, and I was like 15, 16. It was going to be like a lot of years later that I was going to find out that the research states that when you use blue ink on white paper, you retain information better. So interesting, right? How we organically know when we're dialed in and we're intuitive and we're listening to spirit. It's really interesting how there's things that we just naturally do or gravitate towards that serve our highest good. So welcome to the channel. So glad to be with you again energetically and, emotionally. I hope you guys are thriving and happy and excited. I know that the world can be challenging on so many levels. Of course, we're calling in peace on earth and, just that all beings on this planet would experience dignity and respect and be treated fairly. But this planet, Earth, is not only school, it's the school of hard knocks in a lot of ways. There's so many lessons to learn, and we keep being given opportunities and chances to get it right. And some of us are doing better. Some of us are learning those lessons and applying what we're learning, and some of us not so much. So empaths, just be encouraged, stay the course, stay on track, because the work that you're doing in your corner of the world, even if you think it's a super small task, it's much needed. Every time you share love and light, you are inspiring the planet. You are healing plants, animals, humans, any sentient being that happens to be coexisting on the planet. They have a higher vibrational experience because of the love and light that you're embodying and the light codes that have been activated in you that you are sharing with the world. So thank you so very much for all that you do. Deep, 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 deep bow and honor. Much respect to all of you beautiful empaths, way showers, star seeds, light workers. We are talking today about empath mysteries that are being revealed all over the planet through you, through your light, through your consciousness, through your actions, through your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, your being. Every single aspect of you is a mystery because you are fully activated, you are online, you are in connection with the source, you are in co-partnership with God, with the creator, with source, with your ancestors, with angels, with divine higher beings of celestial light. You incredible badasses, you. You rock with the highest form of consciousness, the divine. And so you in and of yourself are a mystery, but you contain mysteries within yourself, and you are embodying those mysteries even without trying, you are sharing those mysteries with the planet. And because of that, the planet is so very blessed. So, dear ones, you are the mystery. And some people try and label empaths as, we're these extreme, always crying, overly emotional, over the top, whatever, and I'm a Pisces empath. So like I get the double whammy. Pisces are labeled as being extra and overly emotional and overly sensitive and always crying. And of course, empaths are the same. So I'm that double whammy. But the reality is the empaths that are not grounded, the empaths that are not grounded or lack boundaries or are overgiving, addicted to narcissists, allow themselves to be the rugs or the doormats of narcissists, the people that, the empaths in our collective that are not recognizing yet how strong they are and how they're not here for those shenanigans. They're here to be light. They're here to help the planet. And in order to help the planet, we have to show up strong. So we're a different kind of empath. We're grounded. We are embodying light. We've activated the light codes. We've done the work of spirit to merge our shadow with our light. And we're showing up strong and grounded. And we're able to maintain kindness and love and grace genuinely because we're living from the heart, but we're not pushovers. We're not fools, and we're not weak. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of times people take our kindness for weakness because we embody so much love. We embody God's light. We embody diamond light. And so a lot of the times people don't recognize what they're dealing with. So many of you are earth angels, and a lot of people have experienced you, but completely oblivious and unaware of the light that you carry. So sometimes we're accused of being overly sensitive and, overly emotional and not ungrounded. But actually those types of individuals are not, they may be empaths, but I think a better term is HSPs, highly sensitive people. There's a lot of them in the world, very sensitive to lights and sounds and foods and smells and environments and energies. And oftentimes they become dysregulated or anxious or depressed because of their extreme sensitivities. No shade against HSPs. I work with a lot of HSPs, as a therapist, and especially when I was when I was managing a psychiatric facility, I worked with a lot of HSPs. So no shade. However, an empath is different. The difference between an HSP and an empath, from my perspective, is that an empath is someone who recognizes that their sensitivities come with spiritual power. So the sensitivities don't overtake them and overwhelm them and dysregulate them. The sensitivities come with spiritual power. And so a dark empath that hasn't merged the shadow with the light and is still in their ego, that's someone who's using their power for selfish purposes to manipulate others or to work against humanity rather than serve humanity. Empaths are people who recognize we have great power, we have great gifts, we're intuitive, we're psychic, we embody light, and we want to use that power, we want to use that light to help the planet ascend, to help humanity as much as we can, to bring healing to the planet and its inhabitants so that we can all coexist and just reach the stars together, and experience a beautiful life. This channel here on YouTube is dedicated to empaths, light workers, star seeds, any healers or earth angels that recognize that they have a sacred purpose on this planet and they're committed to that divine purpose in daily life, every day, with thoughts, deeds, with actions, with intentions. So those of you that find yourself at this channel and consistently show up, or channels like this, you are the mystery, because the entire universe exists inside of you, dear empath. And so many light codes were activated in you in 2023. So we were preparing because this year in 2024, you get to play with those codes. You get to practice. You get to practice activating them and manifesting blessings on this planet. You get to finesse your energy in deeper and deeper ways. And the light codes are the power undergirding your unique energy signature. So it's so fun. It's so cool because we've done this work and it's taken us many years, but now we're in this place of groundedness and self-love and self-appreciation and self-care and understanding who we are. So now that the light codes are activated, we can play with them. We can start finessing them. Imagine, being given the opportunity to test drive the car of your dreams, that incredible sports car of your dreams. But now you really know how to drive, you've been practicing, so you're ready for this. Sometimes in the past, we had these gifts, but we didn't know how to use them, or we hadn't done enough work. I'm going to position myself so you can see my cat. She's a healer. She's an angel cat. So I love the fact that she's directing her energy towards us. She's really a very lovely soulmate. But anyway, you in the past had these gifts, but you didn't know what to do with them. But now you have gifts and they're anchored and grounded in your consciousness, and you have this amazing connection with your soul team, your guides and your mentors and your angels and your ancestors and the ascended masters and everybody that God has assigned to support you in this life. You have tech support, you have light support, you are anchored and grounded, you know who you are, right? And you came here to rock this life and to do good on this planet and to help wherever you can. So it's really cool because at this point, you're finessing your own energy, you're playing with the light codes, and you are backed by heaven. You are backed by the divine. You are backed by higher beings and celestial diamond light who love you unconditionally and have your back. So dear ones, as the mystery, you are going to touch a lot of lives this year in 2024. Prepare yourself. You may be very surprised. And some of the lives will be, little small things like maybe helping a neighbor, carrying groceries. All these little things that you do, they're not small to your divine team. They're not small in the bigger scheme of things in terms of helping the planet ascend and helping the planet heal. And then some of you are going to have you're going to perform powerful exploits of the divine on behalf of your ancestors and God. Whoa, that's wild. So some of you are going to do some really, really big, beautiful, powerful things. I'm hearing some of you will be unforgettable. There are going to be people who say to you they will never forget you because of the love and light that you share with them. And that in and of itself will be a mystery, because there's some people that need your love and light just to remember that they still have value, that they actually matter. So you're going to help a lot of lives this year, beautiful ones. You are going to help many situations heal, and you are going to help people up-level their lives because you are a source of magnificent light and inspiration. So you are a container revealing the mysteries. Your being is filled with the mysteries of your own soul, and you're filled with the mysteries of the stars. You're filled with the mysteries of the heavens. You're filled with the mysteries of divine wisdom, the ages, the Akasha, the Akashic records. And you are going to help so many humans, so many plants, so many animals, so many beings of consciousness. The fact that you're going to do this in and of itself is a mystery. It's really powerful now that we empaths are coming into this understanding of who we are and why we have always been so sensitive, and what all the gifts are about, and what all the psychic abilities and the telepathy and the claircognizance and clairaudience and clairsentience and clairvoyance. Why do we have all of this? Why were we gifted this? Well, on some level, our soul volunteered us to come down here in this human form and to reflect God, to mirror back to humanity God consciousness, so that if they choose, they also will say of their own free will, I also want to mirror God on this planet. I also want to reflect God codes and God consciousness on this planet. Of course, people have free will, but the more we embody the light and reflect that light and mirror back to humanity a higher choice, a higher opportunity, many of them will come on board. In fact, they're waking up every single day. More and more beautiful humans on this planet are coming into the light and recognizing that they want to put the ego down, they want to merge the shadow with the light, they want to put the swords down, and they want to let go of war, and they want to embrace peace, and they want to embrace love. And they're like, sign me up. You know, I'm a party of one. What do I got to do? Tell me what I got to do. Where do I go? How do I help? And that's so beautiful. And a lot of them are waking up because you have been holding the light. You've been holding the soul frequency, your individual soul frequency, aligned with the other empaths all around the planet. We together are holding the God frequency, the frequency of the source of creation, all of existence. And we are reminding humans that they have a choice, they have options to serve the light if they choose. So the empath mysteries reveal a person's capacity to be in their highest vibration and their highest frequency of what they think they already know. So think about all the things you know, empaths, all the things you feel like, oh, I got this, I know this, your skill set, your education. There are things that you know, you might be a complete master on this earth plane in those things, but when you are tapping into the mysteries of the divine, there's even a higher level. There's always higher and higher and higher levels into the infinite of what you think you already know. So the beauty of being an empath mystery is that you are revealing to all humans that are open to receiving from you the fact that there's a higher vibration and frequency of what they believe they already know. So there's deeper everything. There's a mystery of everything. And I'll give you an example. The mystery of love. Some of you are that mystery. You came here to reflect love at a higher vibration and at a higher frequency so that humans can understand what real true love is from the perspective of God, the source, creation, and creator. Some of you are embodying love in a way that is fresh and new, and some people have never experienced it the way that they are about to experience it from you. You are activating the light code of love, and in that way you are a mystery of divine love. Also the mystery of abundance, or the mystery of healing, and of course the mystery of the integrated healed shadow. The integrated healed shadow is very different than the running amok, broken, vicious, raging, wants vengeance, retaliation. That's a completely different shadow. That's a shadow that hasn't been merged with your light. So there's a mystery associated with merging your shadow with the light, healing it, integrating it into your consciousness, and allowing that shadow to serve your soul's light and to embody the soul frequency. That's a completely different shadow. It's badass. It's a badass part of you, your shadow. But it is mature and it's wise, and it remembers that it is an ambassador and an emanation of God consciousness, and therefore it doesn't run amok. Okay? You do have badass tendencies, dear ones. However, when you are in the light and you are merging your ego and your shadow with that light so that it's in submission to your soul and submission to God, your shadow shows up very differently than people who are, you know all the stuff, right? Doing all the things. I don't need to mention them. So all of these mysteries are now available to be understood by humanity through you. You are carrying the light codes that activate these mysteries, first within yourself, then within your families, if possible, and within your communities, so that all situations in the world, in your communities and around you, begin to heal and understand energy and consciousness at a higher level, a higher vibration, and a higher frequency. You are creating new paradigms, dear ones, by activating these light codes and carrying the mysteries and reflecting back to humanity the mysteries of existence. This is what we call ascension. Yeah. And you are ascension ambassadors, dear ones. You are earth angels, light workers, way showers. You are teachers and healers. You are divine, higher, beautiful beings having a physical human experience. You are on the earth plane, masquerading as human, but you're so much more than that. That in and of itself is a mystery. You are light. You are divine in a human shell, a human container. And the world is very blessed because of you. So this is ascension. Your work, dear ones, is just beginning as an empath. Think about all the things you went through, your whole life, from childhood and adolescence to now, whatever age you are, because I may have some younger viewers as well, and I may have some much older viewers, wherever you fall, age is just a number, time is irrelevant. It really is. But think about what you've been through in this life, dear ones. So many of us went through trauma, and look at us now, carrying light, embodying God frequency. Despite all the crap we went through, choosing to use this life and our existence to serve God first, creation, humanity, source, the planet. We've come a mighty long way, and 2024 is your year. Your work is just beginning. You have been activated and deployed into the various parts of the world that need your assistance so that humanity can ascend with understanding, power, and light. Rejoice. It's really, really beautiful. So I think I'm going to leave it here for now. Listen to classical music if that floats your boat. I'm going to a classical concert in a couple of weeks. I'm really excited. Complex concepts revealed through classical music. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Remember that, dear ones. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. Deep, deep, deep bow to your beautiful essence, your beautiful consciousness, divine, sacred empaths. Until we get up and meet again, have a blessed week.